Hello, 8th graders. Hey, today I'm going to walk you through a couple problems that I have pulled right from IXL that will be a lot like the problems you're going to run into today when you practice solving multiple step equations. That's a fancy way of saying, hey, we're going to keep solving for X or Y or K or whatever variable, but we're going to add some extra steps in. Maybe we're going to throw some fractions in, and maybe we're going to throw some decimals in. So the first one you're looking at right now is 2 times the quantity of K plus 1 is equal to 6. Two ways you can do this. You can distribute the 2 to get rid of parentheses first using the distributive property. When we do that, we end up with 2K plus 2 is equal to 6. Now I have a two-step equation, so I can undo the addition by subtracting 2 from both sides. I have 2K is equal to 4. Then I divide both sides by 2 to undo the multiplication. These cancel out. K is equal to 2. You can go back and check your solution by going back to the original equation, taking out K and putting in 2 to see if you get 6. 2 times 2 plus 1 is 3. So you do that first. It's equal to 6. Yep, it works. If you wanted to, you could also divide both sides by 2 first and then go through, and you would get the same answer. Okay, so this is one of the multiple step equations that you'll be running into today. Here's a look at a different one. Looks pretty easy, right? You could probably do this in your head. That's the thing I love about so many of you guys. You have great mental math skills, which is super, super important. However, sometimes you need to just be careful when you're doing this, because what's going to happen is this. I'm going to subtract 100 from both sides, because when I do that, I'm going to get negative y is equal to a negative 65. Now, the tricky part with these is I don't want to know what negative y is equal to. I want to know what y is equal to. In math terms, you could go ahead and think about this in like negative 1y is equal to negative 65. That's really what it means. We just don't write the 1 because we don't have to. However, you guys are going to get so good at this, and when you know that if you see a negative exponent equal to a number, you can flip the signs of both sides and you will get the correct answer. Now, again, I know that some of you knew that 100 minus 65 is equal to 35. You did that in your head before I even did the steps, but I wanted to go through and show you how to do that just in case you ended up with a negative exponent and didn't know what to do with it. All right, last one. So for this one, this is goofy because the r is in the denominator. I need to solve for that r, but the first thing I need to do is get that r out of the denominator. So I'm going to go ahead, oopsie, why isn't it writing it for me? There we go. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to multiply both sides by r. The reason I do that is because on the left, my r's will then cancel out, which is what I want, because I don't want to be dealing with a variable in the denominator. That sounds messy. So I get 3.66 is equal to 2 times r. At this point, you can then just solve your one-step equation by doing the opposite of multiplying, which is dividing. I'm going to divide both sides by 2. My 2's on the right cancel out. And on the left, I have 3.66 divided by 2. You can punch that into your calculator, or if you want to work your brain out and do some decimal division, you most definitely can do that. I punched it into my calculator, and I got r is equal to 1 point. My decimal point didn't show up. There it goes. 1.83. You can go ahead and you can put that back into the original equation to check your work. And yes, you will get 2 for that one. So guys, those are just 3 examples that you're going to see today. If you have any questions, please reach out and email one of your math teachers. We are here and we are happy to help. Thanks a lot, everyone. Talk to you soon.